Good morning. In this video, I'm going to be drawing a right angle, but without the use of a protractor at all. So that'll be very exciting. How do I draw a 90-degree angle without measuring it out on a protractor? That's what we're doing today. Something similar with equilateral triangles later. And this is a process you can use in your art projects as well. If you don't feel like getting out the protractor and drawing that angle, this is a really nice and easy way to get some quick right angles drawn without having to use the protractor. So I'm going to draw a line. Let's do a 6-centimeter line, although you can use whatever length you want, or you don't even actually have to measure a length. You can just draw any old line if you'd like. But anytime I draw something, I should label it. So if I know it's 6 centimeters, I should label it as that. And then what's actually going to happen here is not only am I going to draw a right angle through this line, it's also going to go exactly halfway through with this method I'm using today. So we're actually drawing a perpendicular bisector. The word perpendicular means right angle, but for today, all we really care about is that it's perpendicular, drawing these right angles. So I take my line and I'm going to take my compass and I'm going to make my compass just as long as it's more than half of this line, it'll be good to go. So you don't need to measure out 4 centimeters. You just need to eyeball it and say, okay, this will probably be too short, right? That could be exactly half, but it needs to be more than half. So I'm just gonna go a little bit longer here. You can clearly see that that's going to cover more than half of the line. And the reason why is because we're gonna draw 2 circles that intersect. We're not actually gonna draw the whole circle though. So what I'm going to do is draw, we need to draw a little bit of the circle up here. Notice that my end point is on this left end point of the line segment here. And I'm just going to draw a little circle up there, a little circle down here. And then I'm going to do not change this length on the compass. Do not modify that at all. We're just going to take that same length, move it over here onto the other line segment. Same thing. I'm going to draw a little circle up here. I really want this intersection point. We're going to use that later. And I'm going to draw a little circle down here. So once you get good at this, if you do it twice, maybe more, but we're doing it twice today, you'll be able to just kind of eyeball where the circles will intersect and just draw those points. So you see the first one I drew, the arcs were a little bit longer. And then the second time, my arcs were a little bit shorter because all I care about are these intersection points. And the reason why those are important is because I'm going to take my ruler and I'm not measuring anything. I'm just using it as a straight edge, as a straight line creator. And I'm just going to draw a nice, oh, that's a little bit to the left. Let's do that. There we go. Now notice that I've lined up my ruler on the intersection points. That's very important. The intersection points, that's why I need 2, because if I only had 1, I could just do something like this. That wouldn't be a right angle, clearly. That's why I need 1 above the line and below the line, because that's where the right angle is created. So I drew that line there, making sure that my straight edge is on the intersection points. And there's my right angle. You can label it. You can label 1. You can label all of them. I like to label 2 because I don't want to draw a rectangle by accident. So I got 2 right angles here. If you want to do a little measurement, you can see that although I didn't plan on this happening, I mean secretly I did, each side is 3 centimeters in length. So we did draw a 2 congruent line segments, sorry. We bisected the line segment, split it into 2 equal parts. So in your guided practice today, I should be seeing 2 of these right angles, 2 different ones. And then you can do that by making these lengths a little bit different. So my next one might be 4 centimeters or 8 centimeters, but change the length here and then label it so that we know. Thanks. Have a good day.